Students, today we are going to see unit number 3, 3.3, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. So listen carefully and attention to this topic. I am Rathod sir, SMC प्रशाला नंबर 3, 1272 दाजीपेठ सोलापूर. Good morning to each and every students. So first all of us see the chit chat, a simple matter, and we are going to share this chart with your bench mate and classmates. Where did you go for a picnic recently? I have recently visited Pratapgarh for a picnic. Who all accompanied you? My family members and my close friend accompanied me. Why did you select that picnic spot? I selected that picnic spot because I like to visit the hospital, monuments like forts. What games did you enjoy there? I enjoyed the natural sights standing on the top. The fort stands 1080 meters above sea level. What did you feel when it was time to return home? I was not willing to return from the fort. I wanted to stay for a longer time, but I had to return as it was evening time. So now, today we are going to see the Robert Lee Fort, 1874 to 1963, was an American poet. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command on American colloquial speech. He is one of the most popular and critically respected American poets of the 20th century. He received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. In this poem, the poet describes a little incident happening in a snowy evening. As traveler, the poet is fascinated by the beautiful scenes in the woods. He stops to enjoy, but his mind urges him to go on. See, queer means strange. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near between the woods and frozen lake. the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Robert Frost. See, harness bells means bells tied in the neck of a horse to control it. Downy flake means soft feather like snowflakes falling. Now, we are going to see in simple language the summary of this poem. First, we see vocabulary. Woods means jungle or forest. In Marathi, jungle. Queer, strange. Strange means vilakshan. Harness bells means bells tied to the neck of a horse to control it. घोड्याच्या गळ्याला जुंपलेली घंटी. Down flake means soft feather like a snow flakes falling. मऊ हिमवर्षव. See, the poet Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life and his commands of American colloquial speech. He was one of the most popular and critically respected American poet on the 20th century. He received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. In this poem, the poet describes a little incident happening in a snowy evening. As traveler, the poet is fascinated by the beautiful scenes in the woods. He stops to enjoy, but his mind urges him to go on. Now, I give you introduction and summary of this poem. The poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is composed by an American poet, Robert Lee Frost. There are 4 stanzas in the poem. Each stanza has 4 lines. The poet has described an incident that happened in a snowy evening. The poet is a traveler. When he is going through the woods, means jungle, he sees the beautiful scenic atmosphere in a snowy evening. The speaker or the poet travels through the jungle in a snowy evening. The jungle is so attractive that a speaker wants to spend some time there. The speaker rides a horse. He observes the trees and snow fall on the trees. It seems that the soft feathered snow has covered the jungle. The speaker knows a person who owns that jungle. The owner of the jungle lives in the nearby village. He cannot see the speaker who has stopped in the jungle to see the beauty. The speaker sees the snow fall everywhere in the jungle. The trees, the hills, and all the things are covered by snow. The speaker is fascinated by the scene. The speaker has a little horse. When the speaker stops in the jungle, his horse gets confused. He thinks why his master has stopped in such a cold and shivering atmosphere. Actually, he thinks that his master, the poet, might halt near a farmhouse. So he feels strange. The horse thinks that it is trained to stop between the woods and the frozen lake, and it is the darkest and shortest evening of the year. The readers comes to know that the day is 22nd December, as it is the shortest day. The atmosphere is too chilled. The horse shakes his bells that are tied around the neck. He wants to ask his master whether he makes any mistake stopping there. The horse does not accept that his master would stop in the woods. The jungle, there is too much silence. Only the sound of bell is heard. Apart from this, the sound of calm wind is also here. There is a slow snowfall too. The snow is falling as if the soft feathers are falling slowly and gently on the ground. The last stanza shows the description of the beautiful jungle. The jungle or the woods are very lovely, attractive, dark, and deep. The speaker wants to stop there enjoying the scenic beauty, but he has to go because he wants to keep promises. He has to go miles and miles. The speaker has given promises to the people and society. The speaker considers himself a very responsible person. The speaker could not stop there for a long time. He leaves the forest for further journey. Now we are going to see the simple factual questions. State the whether the following statements are true or false. The poet does not know the master of the wood. Answer false. Second, the horse of the poet is big. Answer false. The poet and his horse step between the woods and frozen lake. Answer is true. The poet is in the jungle on the longest day of the year. The answer is false. The master of the woods cannot see the poet. The answer is true. Now choose the correct alternatives to complete the following sentences. The poet has a dash with him. A. Camel. B. Monkey. C. Horse. D. Elephant. Answer is C. Horse. Second, the master of the woods lives in a dash. A. City. B. Village. C. Building. D. Jungle. Answer is B. Village. There is dash everywhere in the jungle. A. Fire. B. Flood. C. Rain. D. Snow. Answer is D. Snow. The horse wants to halt near a dash. A lake. B. A river. C. A farmhouse. D. A tree. Answer C. A farmhouse. Now choose the correct alternatives. First, dash has harmless bells. A. Dog. B. Cat. 3. Ox. D. Horse. Answer is D. Horse. The sound other than the harness bell is dash. A. Storm. B. Gaiter. C. Wind. D. Flute. Answer is C. Wind. The poet has to go dash before he sleeps. A. Miles. B. Kilometers. C. Meters. D. Long. Answer is A. Miles. Dash has kept promises. A. House. B. Wind. C. Oats. D. Poet. Answer is D. Poet. Now the question is here. Poetic device. Pick out the lines of repetition from the second stanza. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Second, identify the figure of speech of the following line with reason. But I have promises to keep. Answer. Inversion. The word order is the given sentence is incorrect. The correct order should be but I have to keep promises. Now students, try to find out lines from the poem as a proof for the following explanations. A. There is no one to catch the speaker trespassing. Answer. He will not see me stopping here. B. The little horse draws his master's attention. Answer. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistakes. Now students, try to read this poem again and again and you solve the examples and questions. Try to write answers in your notebook. See the first question, that a person who had just returned from a trek in the woods. See, now answer. Congratulations, you have just returned from a trek. How do you feel now? Now let us see yourself to read again and again this topic in your house. Okay, thank you.